Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Amnesia, the Dark Descent. Remember last time we got through the sewer, and we came here and we found this man, Agrippa. But we need to find a piece of the orb, so we're going to do that. It is very dark. I do not like how dark it is. What is this? Okay. That's a monster down there. Don't like that. Alright, well. Let's go here. What did I just enter? I didn't read what it said. Oh, Jesus. What did I just enter? Oh, no. I don't know where I just entered, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. Nope. Definitely don't. Nope. Nope.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
What the hell? Was hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly, the saw between his legs, and lodged itself in the hip. It wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Piece of the orb. How lovely. Get me out of here. No, thank you. Didn't like that one bit. I'll tell you that now. It's so dark.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
No, please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
You're innocent, you say, but you set a man on fire. And by accident. It's still pretty brutal, dude. Last door. What's the scene for this one? Nothing. Kidnapped set on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Dang, They separated her, they tore her in half, pretty much. Oh. String. Lovely string. Notes on torture. Oh boy. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I've had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims will be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and a terror of anticipation. Because just enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding, even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, it should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I'm after. Right steps to take are therefore to restrain them while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you're about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient as it will trigger into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain mixture to avoid massive damages that will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim does not behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Interesting. It's just a save thing, not important. Oil. Nothing else here seems important to my knowledge. Alright, let's get out of here, shall we? Back to the nave. Didn't like going in that room one bit. That was awful. That was like the torture room. Is that what it's called? I have to look and see what it says torture room. Transcend. I thought that monster's having him a good old time. Let's see if I can feed him. What is a string used for? I wonder.
Dad, good to see you. You seem to have found all the orb pieces used in the transept. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Sure, why not? Guessing this is the choir. Ow. I said let's help myself inside the dev at the door. A gripple channels wire Wire taunts me on the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts. Instead, insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion and a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I've seen their deception. Optimism is the most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and camphor. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. Wire seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract it from contents with proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I should need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tamper, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling current. I'll have to address Wire with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. After a properly prepared will should suffice to contain it. Interesting. The boxes are always lovely, and it's dark. Laudanum. So dark. To the choir entrance, it says.
August 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Take the man, cut the lines, take the man, cut the lines. Leave the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
The main hall of the choir. Great.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
A lot of this stuff, and I don't even need it because I'm all good. Fortress stood absolutely still. The glass gate had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to just slip for a moment. His knee jerked, and he felt blood trickle down his leg, and pain his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and began to leak. Dang. Don't like that. Pretty sure my sanity is probably very low. Yeah.
Help her! Find a way!
God, it's so dark in here.
Just like Regent's Park.
The trader did not know what to think of the brass bulls he was forced to enter, and only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. Screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Jesus. Shot, right? No way. Guess I have to go around. Oh, shit! Oh. Oh, that's him. What am I to do? He's in my way. Gone. Nope, he's not gone, apparently. Oh, God. Yeah, my sanity is not looking too great right now. Oh, my God. There's no tinderbox under there, really? My man's is in bad shape. I want to go until I can... until my oil runs out. How much is left? Oh, man. eyes can't even see straight. Jesus. Is this dude still over here?
The shadow. It's close now.
The wheel is good for keeping your victim still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Jesus. How's my mind looking? A slight headache. Let's stay here for a minute and get our bearings. Big hammer, dude. Tell me I can't use this thing to like smash one of them dudes, you know? Murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with the intent. So the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly. It took a hammer to strike the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Call that mercy. Alright guys, well we're going to end this episode here, and next time we're going to hopefully get out of this place, because this place is awful. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like, and share it out, man. Help grow the family a little bit. I'll see you next time. Take care.